friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and this is week number 9. I can't believe it's week number 9 already of my garden walkthrough videos, and I thought I'd do a quick little tour of the inside of my garden shed. And it's nothing fancy or anything like that, not decorated really, but I just thought maybe I'd show you what was in here, so you can get a total garden tour of everything in my garden. Anyway, this is a sign my son and daughter-in-law gave me for a gift one year, so a really cute little sign here. And then this is a shelf I bought from a yard sale from a man that makes things with reclaimed wood. Just a handy little shelf, and even though it says spice rack, I used it in here in my little garden shed. And I've got a couple hooks up here from the mailbox that I have out on the fence that came with the mailbox, so I put them in here to hang things on. Over here I have my stand-up tools. On this side, this is a table my husband made for me out of reclaimed wood on the top, and underneath they're supported by these, what are they called, jacks. And then these two galvanized mini trash cans here. One has birch seed in it and the other I think is empty, so those are just handy when you keep things outside to keep them free from moisture and things like that. And then I have this little ladder here waiting for me to do something with it. And I have up here another little project I don't know what to do with, is this rusty bike chain. I want to make something out of that if I can, but I haven't figured out what to do with that yet. But I want to do something with that, believe it or not. You can make things out of rusty old bike chains. And then over here I have some of my hanging tools, just things sitting up there, weed killer and things. My gloves are tucked in there. My other tools are hanging here. This, I have an old rake here with it's hanging on a nail with my tools. I can hang on the prongs. And same thing with this one, old little hand rake thingy here that I can hang my tools in between the prongs. So, it's simple, but it does the job. This is all I needed out here. Just a little place to keep my tools and things. And then over here, I wanted to show you a new addition to my garden shed. I had acquired this old ladder. It was by a trash can for, I wasn't sure if someone was going to get it or not, but it was sitting there for over a month, so I don't know, no one wanted it or whatever, so I brought it home. And it's an old paint ladder. It looks like people used it for painting, or someone used it for painting, because it's got old paint on it. You can't really see it here because it's in the shade and it's dark, but it has little paint splotches like this on it. So I actually like that. I think it makes it cool looking. And then I haven't got any plants in these containers, but I had everything that's sitting on it. I already had it. I had this little galvanized pail here. I had this little guy in my garden shed, little turtle, and it says that. And I have this I had sitting over here by my garden shed, kind of out of the way. I didn't know what to do with it, so I put it up here. I had this little pot in my garden shed. I used to have a plant in it. I don't now, but I set it up here. And we used to have chickens, and so I had this galvanized chicken waterer out in another shed we have, so I put that out here. And I would probably like to put some plants in a couple of these things. I think it would be really pretty to put some succulents around in the bottom of this chicken waterer, but I have to figure out, will they need to be brought in during the winter, because I don't like plants in the house, live plants. So If that wouldn't work, I'll either leave it sitting like this or figure out something else to plant in there. Maybe a kind of a vine or something that would crawl over the edges. And then I can put a plant in here. I can put a plant in here if I want to, because there is a deep space inside. And then in the pail I can put a plant. So we'll see what I do with these things, but I put a little bird over here. This nail was already here hanging on the side, so I put this bird. I didn't have him anywhere. I had him just sitting in my garden shed, trying to figure out what to do with him. So 3 little birds here on the side. So just some little garden decor. Like, you know, besides plants, I like to have some garden decor in my garden. I have this hook I've had for, like a shepherd's hook, that I've had for a long time with a little bird chime on it. Cardinal. Okay, so now here's my, I think I already showed these, my little tables that I've already that I've redone this summer and painted. And then over here where my little small zucchini plants are, and they are still not giving me any zucchini, but they're pretty and have yellow flowers on them. So if I'm not growing zucchini, I'm growing some pretty yellow flowers, I guess. You gotta take what you can get, right? Make lemonade out of lemons type thing. Positive lookout. I have pretty yellow flowers, even if I don't have any zucchini. So that's that. And then I have on my windowsill inside, I have 5 tomatoes. 2 of them I picked last week, and the other 3 I picked throughout this week. And I did water my garden once real good, and it rained twice this week. I was hoping it would rain again yesterday, but it did not, and it didn't rain so far today. It's actually a really nice day today, not so hot. So, I don't know if you can see, but quite a few tomatoes around. So, I'm glad they're not all getting ripe at the same time, because, like I said, I have 5 inside. Here is a couple more getting ready to go inside. So this one's getting nice and red, and there's that one over there is starting to turn red. So that'll be 7 I have inside. My husband said, let's have cookout and have some nice juicy hamburgers with those tomatoes. So I got that, and I got some bacon, even though we don't hardly ever eat bacon, but in the summer, usually one time, we'll have bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. So I got some bacon for that. And then, of course, I like to have tomato sandwiches. So that's what I'm doing with my tomatoes so far. Little, not so good looking cucumber there starting to turn yellow. So that one needs to go, because it's not going to be good. But I have one getting ready to pick here. I have at least 2 cucumbers that I've picked this week that I have inside in the refrigerator. I've been making salads with those so far. I haven't had so many that I have had to make a cucumber salad. As far as, you know, when you make it with vinegar or whatever, mayonnaise or whatever you like to make cucumber salad with. But had enough just to cut up and put into salads this week. That's what I usually bring for my lunch at work. And have a nice salad for lunch. I like to put some salmon in the salad. Nice and healthy. And then over here, my big zucchini. I think I have one. This great big giant, oh no, I have one here too. Okay, there's a big zucchini there. And I think I have another one over here somewhere that I'm going to need to pick today. I thought I saw another one over here. Maybe that was it. It got quite a bit bigger since yesterday. I was waiting for my video to pick it, and there it is. Since the last couple of days it got giant. So we will be taking that inside today. And then over here, my yellow squash. All of these yellow squash, these are all yellow squash. All of these guys produced, even though there's flowers. Lots of pretty yellow flowers. I have one yellow squash right here. And my yellow squash, since I haven't had a lot, I am also cutting them out and putting them into salads because I've only had a couple. Big, beautiful plants, but I don't know if I don't have enough bees out here or what to turn these into yellow squash. But big, beautiful plants, but not too many squash yet. Maybe there's still hope. We'll see. It's only July, so, and the plants still look good, so there is hope. Still have hope for some veggies. So, let's see, we'll check in with my flowers over here real quick. It's been so hot that I've been worried about things drying up out here, but I've tried to keep it watered. And so my cone flowers, I got this one at Walmart like I had told you a couple weeks ago, and the ones at Walmart look pretty bad. I don't know if they're not watering enough or what, but this one actually looks a lot better. Their leaves are quite dried up, and my leaves are quite not dried up. They're nice and green still, and they don't look brown or anything, so the leaves look good. I might go ahead and break off some of these older flowers, like the ones right here that are faded, and see if that helps it produce more flowers. It looks like there's one coming up right here. But if I break off these flowers, these old flowers, they might, there's a bee right there. But if I break up these old flowers, break them off, maybe they can put some energy into making new flowers. This one I need to deadhead. I deadheaded it last week. And I'm trying to see if any new flowers are coming out. It looks like, let me see. It looks like maybe new flowers are coming out. I'm not sure if these are old or new because I broke off all the old. So I don't know what that is. But I have, the leaves are nice and green, so it's not dying or anything. It just doesn't have a lot of new flowers right now. Now I know that heat has been hard on my impatience. This side of this one looks good, but this side doesn't look good. So I don't know if this side gets more sun maybe. So it's kind of dried up this side. And this side gets more shade. It's amazing that that one plant can show that much difference in how much sun the two sides get, but I think that might be what it is because it's got all the same amount of water. And I will show you the rest of my garden next week, the front and the other side. I don't want to make this video too long, but not much is happening on the other side. I have gladiolas that have come up and made nice long green leaves, and those will be blooming soon. So I thought I'd show you the other side again when the gladiolas start blooming. They're very, very pretty. They come back every year. They're bulbs, so they come back every year, and they're tall, beautiful green leaves and some pretty flowers. And I brought a couple of, experimenting with a couple of flowers. I brought a couple of my periwinkles here and my impatiens in to see if I could dry them and use them in my journals. So we'll see how they dry and come out. I have them pressed in a book, and I'll check them in a week and see before my next video, and maybe show you how they did in drying them out. They probably take longer than a week, but we'll check them in a week and see how they're doing.